Hello everyone, welcome back, or welcome if you're new. This is Breathe and Budget and my name is Taryn. We discuss all things finance related on this channel. I do go over how I use the zero-based budget method, cash envelopes, and some fun savings challenges to meet our financial goals. So if any of that is of interest to you, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and throw into the comments what your favorite dish was from your Thanksgiving meal. And let's get into today's budget with me. All right, so we are going to budget out the final paycheck for the month of November. So it's actually dated November 22nd. It is going to be from a couple different sources, but $25.99 is going to be the income we work with. Try to keep that there. I am a lefty, so I will do my best to remove my hand every so often for you guys to see what I'm writing. And this paycheck is going to be just a little bit different. We've made a couple adjustments to our budget, and I will discuss that. So first, we canceled our SeaWorld membership. Normally, this check would cover the $63 a month we were paying for our SeaWorld membership. Couple reasons why I canceled it. One, when I did the math, 63 times 12 months, we were paying about $756 a year. I mean, this is enough to cover almost 100% of 2 out of 3 of our vehicle registrations. So that kind of, no, it could cover 2, like technically, but so that kind of blew my mind. And for the longest, that was a really good deal when I would call and inquire about like the new promotions. You know, when they did the math, I had the best plan at that time. It's been a couple years since I've revisited that. And for a while, our membership was on pause because of the pandemic. So we weren't paying for it all the months that they were closed. So now when I sat back down and I did the math, and then I looked at like Black Friday deal. I looked at military. We could be getting an annual like the fun play card for the rest of from now until the end of 2024 for like maybe $600, I want to say, for all 5 of us, which is cheaper than what we were paying by doing that $63 a month. So for now, we canceled. Because we canceled and our plan is good until the 25th. Today, right now, it's Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving. When you're watching this, Thanksgiving will have passed. You will have shared what your favorite dish was. And I will probably have already visited SeaWorld one more time since our passes are good until the 25th. We may start up our passes again, but probably not until next Black Friday. Or maybe during Veterans Day if they're having some type of like promotion or special. But for now, we're going to let them go. We don't go to San Diego nearly as much as we used to. And I really want to focus on getting memberships to things that are local, or at least within, like SeaWorld's almost like 4 hours away from us. Few things are about 45 minutes away, max 2 hours. I want to try to get memberships to some of those things that we can do as a day trip versus needing to drive out there and spending the night. Because, you know, taking a day trip to San Diego, although possible, it's a lot of driving, and then we're walking all day, so it's tiring, right? So we'll revisit that, but for now I canceled that, so that freed up $63 from the budget, which this time around I wound up needing to use about 50 of it. But I just used my checking account cushion, but it'll basically replace that. But I used about 50 of it towards my hair because I didn't just do my roots. I did an all over color again to add more of that like purple undertone. So it was a little bit more than the $125 I had budgeted. It was actually $155 plus the tip, and I tip 20%. I feel like I'm a generous tipper, or at least appropriate. I don't know. Everyone's opinion about tipping is different. Tell me in the comments, what is your opinion on tipping? No judgment here. Do you tip at all? Or do you tip based on quality of service? Or do you automatically tip like I do Reason I do that is because I think everyone deserves grace, and they could have just been having a really bad day, and we really never know what someone's going through. So I'm like, you did serve my family. You ensured that we had what we needed. So I do tip. Obviously, if someone is very disrespectful, then I won't tip, but I have never had the opportunity to do that, and I hope that I never do. All right, so let's see. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the regular basic bills that are going to be coming out and that are associated with this particular paycheck. So T-Mobile is one of them. That will come out on the 26th. And I round up, so it's like $129 and some change, but I just put $130. Okay, so then I know on the 26th as well, Movie Club, which is for our local movie theater, that'll be coming out, and that's $12. Okay, then I know that out of this paycheck, so I'm not going to put a date because it's not really a date, I owe about $340 to my credit card for our previous San Diego trip. So let me just add that, $340. Now here's kind of where I change things up. Normally Hulu Plus is on here, but since we are around Black Friday time, well, at this point past it once you're watching this, but they always offer a promotion. So what I did was I canceled my Hulu Plus. I was paying $4.98 a month, and I was getting Hulu Plus and Disney Plus. This time around, I, did a little family meeting. No one really watches Disney Plus like we used to. Maybe in the future they will. It's always an add-on option, so I'm not sad about it, but we're not going to do the Disney Plus. So Hulu has a promotion, and if it's active right now, I did link it in the description. That's where I will link it. And it's also in my, I don't know if you guys can see past stories on someone's page, probably not. But there is a promotion for all the ones I'm about to discuss. So Hulu Plus, it's 99 cents a month for a year. Okay, so what I'm going to do with all of these is, so I did Hulu Plus. I'll go through each one really quick. HBO Max, Paramount Plus, and this also comes with Showtime, and Peacock. All right. So I can't remember which one. One of these was given to me free for a year from T-Mobile. That just expired. The other one I only paid $20 for the year. And I want to say that was Peacock, and that expired. So I waited for Black Friday, which wasn't, I didn't have to wait very long. And I signed up for all of these again with these promotions. So what I'm going to do is put the money that it would take to fund these for whatever the promotion period is. Like HBO Max, that's 12 months. Hulu Plus is 12 months. Paramount Plus is only 3 months. And then I'll just cancel. And then I'll wait for them to send me another offer to stay, because that's how it works. When you cancel, they want you back, so then they send you a promo code, right? And then Peacock. So I'm going to take the money that it would take to cover this for the year. I'm going to throw it into my savings account. And then every month when the bill comes, in, I'll just transfer that money from my savings account. But I'm going to no longer have this in my monthly budget. I'm paying it now for the year, or in the case of Paramount Plus, for the promotion period, right? So Hulu Plus, I did that on the 20th. HBO Max I did on the 21st, and then the other two I did on the 22nd, which in the time I'm recording this is today. So Hulu Plus is going to be 99 cents for every month for a year. So that's basically $11.88, but I'm just going to budget $12. HBO Max for the year is going to be $18. I want to say that one was $1.99 a month. Or was that a 6 month? Hold on. That must be a 6 month. No. How much was that one? I have it down as $18. No. Okay, so I think, that's what it was. $2.99 a month for 6 months. I don't know why that just left my brain. I had it in my head as $1.99, and that's where the disconnect was. But it's $2.99 a month for 6 months. So it's $18 for that promotional period. So I'm just going to pull the 18 for it. Paramount Plus, that's the one that's $1.99. No, I did it. Oh no, because I did the one that has Showtime times 3. Yeah. So it's $3.99 for 3 months. Oh, I just hit my stand. I'm so sorry. Okay. So $3.99 for 3 months, Paramount Plus with Showtime. So that's going to be $12. So I'll just pull that. Peacock is, I paid for the year. So it was $19.99. So $20. So I'm going to pull these right now, just throw them into my savings account, like not my high yield savings account, just the savings account that I have attached to our main checking account. And I'll just put it into the account each month as I see the bill comes out. Because remember, we keep $1,000 buffer / cushion in our checking account for, you know, bills, or if anything winds up being a little bit more than we anticipated. Like let's say the trash bill went up, which it actually did, but I caught it before it happened. We have money in there to cover any of those like potential changes. Okay. So that is it for the quote unquote fixed expenses. I know that these are not like fixed expenses, but that's what this category, this like section is for. So let me go ahead and add that up. So that's $544. Like I'm just going to make a little, well, I wanted to use a pencil, but that's fine. $544 up until that point. Before I do the math here, like how much this is together, how much I have left over, right here, before I do that, I want to go ahead and put in my other categories, because some of this is going to be a cushion and I just need to figure out how much. Now that I added these, it kind of changed what I had planned originally. So I just need to see what I have left. So for my essentials binder and also essential categories, 2 of which are cashless. So we have our groceries and we have gasoline. And so groceries is $250, gas is $200. These 2 stay in a checking account separate from our main checking account. We have a checking account specific for these 2 categories. My husband and I each have a card. That way we can access it when needed. Then we're going to do in cash for our essentials binder. Spending for my husband will be $100 and dining out is going to get the last $50. We budget $300 for the month. We've already put $250, so I'm going to put the last $50. My husband budgets $400 for his spending. We've given him $300, so we're giving him the last $100. So I know that this section is going to be $600, so I'm just going to go ahead and write that because I know that section I'm not adding any more to it. For our sinking funds, I only have 2 that we're touching. And that's going to be my birthday. That's going to be $100. That should finish off for my birthday next year in September 2024. That should give me $300 for my birthday. If I want to add more, I can always do that. But for right now, we have the basic amount that we have set for certain categories like Easter, Valentine's Day, birthdays, things like that. We generally go with just $300. So that will fully fund that. And then I want to throw a pretty good amount. It's a good amount. I'm going to put $920 to our pet emergency envelope. We want to get that to $3,000. I'm hoping to try to get it there before the end of the year. So I have this month, which I'll put $920, and then I have December. I want to get it to the $3,000 because I really want to get those emergency savings categories taken care of. I have the pet, the home, and the car. I want to get them to the respective amounts, get that thrown into a high yield savings account, and be done with those for now. And then if we ever have to use them or deplete them, then yes, we would have to replenish it. But I want to be done filling those. I feel like I've been trying to do that for the last like 2-3 years, and I'm over it. I want to just get it done. So if I have to minimize other spending, other savings categories for right now, like just pause on some to get those done, I'm going to do that because I just want to get it done so I can focus on other goals that we have. So I'm going to put that to the pet emergency. So that is $1,020. So let me just do a little bit of math. Hold on. Okay, so that leaves me with $435. So that is actually going to, for right now, I'm going to put that towards our checking account cushion. So this will definitely put us over the $1,000 cushion that we usually keep in the account. But I don't want to touch it just yet because I don't know what I want to do with it yet. I know that I need to replenish a little bit of my cushion. And because we have the holidays coming up and we might take this last minute day trip to San Diego, I might need that. So for right now, I'm going to throw that into my checking account in case we need to use it. So if we did the math right, this should be what we call a zero-based budget. So all of this together equals $979. So we're going to take the $25.99 minus $979. That should leave us $16.20. Then I roll the $16.20 over here. I minus the $600 from this section. That leaves me $10.20. So I bring that $10.20 down here. I allotted $10.20 for this section, which then brings me to a zero-based budget. Okay, so that's what a zero-based budget is. Essentially giving every dollar a job, putting it wherever you need to put it to, one, meet your financial obligations, responsibilities, right? Two, sustenance. You need to feed your family. You need gas for your car to be able to get to work. Three, things that A, contribute to your mental and your physical wellness, well-being, right? And two, or B, I don't know, did I say A or one? But the second part of that would be you don't want to completely deprive yourself. If you do that, then budgeting will lose its appeal. It will feel too restrictive, okay? I am not a huge Dave Ramsey person. He has some great ideas, don't get me wrong, but I feel like the average person cannot completely abstain from these types of things, like enjoying a meal out, having a little bit of free spending money. This is going to reduce motivation. In my opinion, and from some of the things I've studied, I have a master's in psychology, I don't think that that would fare well with the majority of people. I want to be successful. I want to meet my financial goals, my savings goals, and my investment goals. And in order to do that, I also need to live a little bit. So again, my mental health, my physical well-being, motivation and encouragement, all of that's kind of tied into it. And then I have like my sinking funds. So sinking funds to me are areas, events, things that I want to save for. So it could be holidays. It could be emergency savings. It could be to get new flooring in the house. Like I want to get new flooring. One point we saved money and we purchased new couches. It was time and we decided to get some good recliners that we've never had recliners. So that was really cool. We saved and cash flowed that completely. When the first year of the pandemic, like the first year and a half, I cash flowed brand new countertops in my kitchen, countertop in my bathroom. I did things that made my home feel more visually pleasing, more aesthetic to me because I work from home now. And I am one of those that I'm highly impacted by my environment. Like my kids' clutter really impacts my mental health. I know not everyone is like that, but to me it does. So I try to show them that sometimes having less stuff is better, makes it more manageable. And my kids will have breakdowns when their room gets too much and then they want help because they can't manage it themselves. So that's when we can have those discussions. Like if you have too much to manage, it's okay to let go of some things. And then I help them decide, does this item have sentimental value and why does it? Does it bring you joy? Have you even touched it in the last 6 months? Because Lord knows there are things in their room they probably haven't touched in years. So it's okay to part with. So we're working on it. But that's why a zero-based budget is so to me, one of the best ways to go. There's different types of budgets that you could do, like percentages, like 50% to this, 30% to this, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? I just feel like zero-based to me means I can put it wherever I want it to go. I don't need to worry about the percentage going here, the percentage going there. I do that in the end of the month when I'm doing like my reflection. There's pages in here, it's probably more towards the back, where it allows you to see how much did you spend right here. So where did my money go worksheet? So the categories. So these are the budget categories, and I will link the video to my budget category video at the end of this. But the different categories I have, how much did I budget for it? How much did I actually spend? The difference of that and the percent of that in comparison to my monthly income. So I can see that at the end of the month. But when I'm creating my budget, I'm not worried about those percentages right now, so long as I'm meeting my goals. But I am giving every dollar a job, and that's what the zero-based budget is, okay? So hopefully that was educational or hopefully inspiring in some way. If you have any questions or anything like that, or you want any like links to some of the resources I use, let me know in the comments and I can definitely get that. But most of these things are linked in the description, including the workbook I use. It's called the Budget by Paycheck Workbook Method by the Budget Mom. So I've used it since 2020, and I don't know, I can't really imagine using another system since it has worked so well for us. I did purchase a different budget binder. I'm not going to say from who just yet. I'm thinking about doing a comparison video, trying the other one for, a couple months, or just giving it a shot, and then doing like a comparison video on the two with like my pros and cons. So that's something I'm considering, and it might be in the works, but it might take a couple months because I got to test the other one first. But tomorrow, stay tuned because we will do our cash stuffing with regards to this last paycheck. So I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.